Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm doing a little video that I was sitting on for a bit. Didn't know if like the topic would be that great or anything, but today I'm gonna tell you guys my stories of meeting K-pop idols, like in a little bit of a personal life, the snapshots we take at concerts. Those are the stories I'm gonna be telling you guys about. So I've been to 3 concerts in total. I've been to Impact, Teen Top, and Vanner. And then since then I haven't been to any because, you know, that's when COVID hit and everything's been canceled, so I haven't been able to go to any. So I'm just going to tell you the stories from each member that I had a picture with then. So the first Polaroid is gonna come from the Impact concert. At that time, I only took one picture with one guy, and it was my bias to the group. I took a picture with Jaya. So this is the picture. And I don't really have a story behind this one because it was my first one. I more so have a story with like the lady who took our picture. So I went to the concert and I took t-shirts that say Impact to give to my friends / sell in line and everything like that. So I was wearing one of those for most of the concert and everything, but right before pictures I had taken it off and I'm wearing this like bodysuit kind of thing and everything. So the lady who had seen me before with the t-shirt, and she asked me where I got it and everything, and I told her I sold it. So she was mostly calling me t-shirt girl throughout the night when she would see me. And when she sees me like that, she's like, oh my god, like I can't believe you took your shirt off and everything just for the picture. And I was like, yeah, I know, the fit, like obviously. But she was just like saying that right before, and then I went up to J-Up and there wasn't that much of an interaction. He was just like, hey, and everything. We took the picture and he said, thank you for coming and everything, and that was it. The lady who took the picture was more so of the story. So the next group I saw right after that, so that was in the end of August around then. I don't remember what day, honestly. But then the next one I saw is gonna be Teen Top. Now Teen Top, there were definitely more funny stories and everything between the idols. So the first person I took a picture with is going to be Changjo. This is the picture we took. I got it in the bigger, and more so the story about this one is that I remember because it's like October 30th. I remember this one because it was before Halloween, like the day before. And it was cold, like it was snowing in Chicago at the time. So I remember being in line and I was like this, I'm like this, trying to get my hands warm because to the people who like know me in personal and everything, my hands are really cold, and I'm thinking it's because I have like low iron levels sometimes, but my hands are always cold. So I didn't want him to say anything, so I'm like trying my best to warm up my hands and everything, like rubbing all up on myself, and it wouldn't work. Like my hands were frozen, and so were my feet from waiting in line that day. I went up to him and I was like so prepared. I was like, I'm gonna look this man dead in the eye and everything like that. And I look at him and it's not even like 2 seconds into the stare and I look away. I looked away so fast because I could not handle it. And I was like, okay, like, and he was just like, okay, and everything. And you can see that he's like bending my hands forward. So he like wanted to get closer and I'm like terrified. So my hands look like this. And this man is like leaning towards me and I'm just like, like I'm so not mentally okay with this, bro. You know? And then at the end he did tell me, he was like, your hands are so cold. I was like, I'm so sorry. And then I ended up leaving and I left. I'm gonna talk about Cap from the group. So I don't like how my pictures came out. I like how he came out. I don't like how myself came out, so I'm probably not gonna show them in frame too long. But the thing with Cap was that he was injured during this show, and so he was just leaning against the railing on his back because he didn't want to use a chair or sit down or anything. So it didn't like really give me the room for me to get in there and use my good angles and stuff like that, because it was pretty much to like look straight onto the camera and dip kind of thing. So that's why I took 2, thinking I could like maybe try to get a better picture. Didn't work and everything. It's not his fault. It was like, it's my face. Sorry. I did tell him that I really love his tattoos and everything, and that he did so well on stage despite everything, and that I hope he gets better. So the next member is going to be Chunji, and this is our picture together. Definitely one of my favorites out of every picture I've taken so far. And the interaction I had with Chunji, I do want to say that PAV Pop did tell us not to be like putting our arms around the guys and stuff like that. I'm the type that doesn't care or anything, so obviously I did. Sorry, not sorry, oh well. But cap, like most of the other guys put it around your shoulder, right, and everything. Chunji like straight up said lower back and everything like that, and I was like freaking out on the inside, like oh my god. And after the picture, he told me, he's like, I really like your outfit, and I was like, oh thank you, like you look really good too and everything. And he's like he had this face of like, yeah, I know I look good and everything like that. Like I'm sure he hears it all the time, but I don't know, that story just kind of gives me butterflies because he like liked my fit and everything like that. It definitely was my favorite concert outfit I've done so far. The next member we're gonna have is Neil. This is the picture I took with Neil, and I think it's so cute. His whole head can rest on top of my head and everything like that. And I had noticed that because like I could feel this man's head on my head when I was taking this picture. And I looked at him after and I said, you're so tall, in like English, forgetting that these guys don't really speak English that well. And I'm thinking, well, I'm guessing that their manager, because he was like in the line next to us, I think it was Chunji's line, because I feel like these two guys were next to each other. He like turned around so fast and he repeated it in Korean, like oh like totokago or something like that, like something like I understood what he said because I remember tall and everything. And Neil said something back and he started laughing, and the manager started laughing, and I looked at the manager, he goes, he said you're just short, and I was like, oh okay. And I left. I was like, okay, thanks, bye. Now like my grand story is going to be about Ricky. If I can get these pictures ready. Alright, so these are my pictures with Ricky. Alright. And then the story with Ricky is that right before we took our pictures, I was one of the first ones to take them with him, and they didn't have any extra film on them at the moment. And so the lady with the camera left us. She ran to go get film, and I'm just like, and he asked me, he's like, did you eat today? And I was like, yeah. I was like, I went out to eat with my friends before this and everything like that. I want to say he said like Steak Shack, something like that. Something along the lines. I feel like it's a Chicago restaurant, but I'm not from Chicago. And so he asked me like, oh, are you from Chicago and everything like that? And I said, no, I live like 5 hours from here in St. Louis. It's more so 4, but we exaggerate and we say 5. And then he shook my hand after, and he's like, oh my god, like thank you for like coming up all the way and everything just to see us and everything. And then it was kind of silent. And so I was just like, I really liked your song, like, cause he sang a ballad and everything. I was like, I almost cried. And he shook my hand again and he's like, thank you. And I was like, you know what? It's time to be brave and everything like that. So if you guys have seen the Teen Top concert video, you know that Ricky like pulled this on me. And so during the photo, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna ask him. And I go, did you point at me during the song? And he was like, yeah. He was like, no hesitation. He was like, yeah. He's like, I wanted you to watch me dance. And I was just like, ooh. And I was like, oh, okay. Luckily, the lady came back. We took our pictures. I said thank you, and I'll like see you next time and everything. But those were my stories for Teen Top. They were definitely like fun-filled and everything. I had so much fun telling my friends after, and I was just like, you know what? I feel like these would be funny even online. The next group we're gonna talk about is Vanner. Alright, so Vanner, I kind of remember what order I was in, mostly because I was with Becca. The first member we went to in line was Gone, because we saw our friend that we made throughout the concert, Isabel, in line, and we were like, oh my god, we didn't think Isabel was staying for pictures, so we got in line with her and everything like that. So this is my picture with Gone. And Gone, I didn't really say much. I don't think I had like a lot to say on my mind that day. I was more so looking forward to Asian, because you guys know that's my favorite member. But like, during the picture, like I could feel this man's finger on my cheek, so I was just like, oh my god. Like one of my thoughts was, oh my god, he's gonna take off my highlight. I did tell him after the picture, like, oh my god, like you're so good at dancing and everything like that, and that he did so well on stage, and he was like, thank you. The next member we went to is gonna be Taekwon, because Taekwon is Becca's bias, and Becca was just like, I want to see Taekwon, I want to go to Taekwon and everything like that. So this is my picture with Taekwon. And the thing with Taekwon was that I was speaking Korean to him during the fan sign and everything like that. So I told him that like, oh, I really like your voice. So I told him 너 목소리 너무 좋아요, and that he was really good on stage too. Like he was just so grateful. Like he's such Like, he looks so good in pictures online that he looks the exact same in person. So it was crazy to me. Like, God really made a man this perfect, and I got to see him. Like, crazy. Now the next members, I don't remember what order we went to, but I feel like we went to Yongkwang next. So this is my picture with Yongkwang. And I think he's just like the most adorable person ever. Like, he's so sweet. I feel like I told most of these members the same thing, that they did really well on stage and everything like that. I can't wait to see them next time. The next member is gonna be Haesung. Now Haesung, I feel like Haesung was a little bit of a cuter story. So Haesung the entire night just like adored Becca. Like, he was so into the fact that she was so lit. He was just like, oh my god. I feel like Haesung really does well with kids. So after my picture with Haesung, he asked me what my name was because I hadn't really told anybody my name that day. I told him, oh, my name's Abby J. And he goes, oh, Abby J. And he goes, I really like your sister, to Becca. And she was just standing there like in her little dress. But he said like, in a way, like, oh, she feels like my daughter or something like that, or he feels like a dad. And he thought she was so cute, and he was like, she's so cute and everything like that. I'm like, oh, thank you. I do want to do like a video call between Haesung and Becca one day so that he's like reunited with his daughter though. The last member is gonna be Asian. So part of the story with Asian is the lady who took my picture with Jaya also took these pictures with Asian, and I feel like it's just fate that she's taking my pictures with both of my ultimate biases in general. So these pictures are definitely like my favorites ever. Like, they're so cute. So I was really shy. During the fan sign, I had told Asian that he was my favorite member thing, and he like held my hand in her like this, like not like the normal interaction, it was like this. So I was just like, oh my god. And then after our pictures, I had actually bought him a necklace, and I have actually told him about this necklace on a video call. I straight up think he's lost it because he doesn't know what I'm talking about. So I'm just like accepting the fact that that necklace is gone. But it was a matching necklace, and I have the other one. So they were like 2 music notes, and I still have this one, but I'm pretty sure he lost it. And if you're watching this, Asian, it's okay. Like, it doesn't really matter that you lost our necklace. You didn't know. So I gave it to him, and it was like this little white box, and I was like, it's a gift for you. And he was just like really, like, you're giving me this and everything? And I was like, yeah. And he was just like, oh my god, thank you. And I think he like raised his hands like this, and I thought he was saying like bye, because that's what I said. I said bye when I was leaving. But I really do think this man was asking for a high five or something, and I still regret it to this day that I left him hanging pretty much. So those were all my interactions with K-pop idols at concerts. I hope these stories were entertaining for you guys. If you guys have any other funny stories from what you've had at concerts, be sure to let me know in the comments because I'd love to read some. And that's gonna do it for today's video, you guys. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!